Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with the DRFBets Race of the Day for Wednesday, September the 5th. It's race number 6 at Delaware Park. It's a race you can play with the new DRFBets account. Sign up, get 10 times the sign-up bonus. All you have to do is go to drf.com/bet. Here's the field for race number 6. Sprinters, optional claimers, $15,000 the claiming price. Non-winners of 3 life is the condition. And you can access free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Download them, handicap along with me. We'll talk about these horses beginning with the morning line favorite. That's the 5 Your Dreams Are Mine, because he really is the key to this race for Jorge Navarro. And just listen to Navarro's record at Delaware. 18 starts, 10 wins, 4 seconds. It's very tough to beat Jorge Navarro at Delaware. Heck, it's very tough to beat him anywhere. The issue with Your Dreams Are Mine at a short price is this is a horse that was claimed for $62,500 back in February of 2017. He has not won since then. He is now dropping all the way down to $15,000, and he has lost at odds of 3-2 or less in his last 2 races. Perhaps at the age of 6, this old boy is getting a little bit long in the tooth. We'll discuss him in a minute, but let's talk about the field in post-position order, beginning with the number 2, Overcame. Now, Overcame's in good form. He just missed by a nose most recently in a similar field as this, although that field has come back rather weak. The issue with Overcame is he's 2 for 22 lifetime. He has 8 runner-up finishes. He just doesn't seem like the horse that has the killer instinct. I do like the fact that he has enough tactical speed. He can stay close to a moderate pace. The pace not expected to be fast in our Wednesday Race of the Day, but Overcame has to overcome his seconditis. Again, 8 times second from 22 lifetime starts. Probably best used on the bottom of exotic wagers. The number 3, Adulation, is an interesting alternative to this favorite. 7-2 on the morning line. First off, the Jim Ryerson claim. Jim Ryerson doesn't claim too many horses. He has done well if you look at formulator over the past 5 years. I think this is a really intriguing move. This horse ran for 25 last time out at Saratoga. He made a wide move onto the lead, turning into the stretch on a day where it was very difficult to rally. Now, my issue with Adulation is he was the favorite that day. He made the lead, and at the 8th pole, it looked like there was no way he was going to lose. He had passed the eventual winner, the Red Dude, and he just let that horse come back on him in the last 70 yards to beat him by a neck. Adulation has buyers that indicate he can easily win this race. He's more of a stalker/late runner, so he might have to get a little bit closer to the pace to overcome the lack of pace up front, but he wouldn't be a surprise at all. 7-2 on the morning line, coming out of a good solid race. The 4, Clouded Judgment, gets class relief, and he might be the value of this race if he stays close to his 6-1 morning line. His 2 starts this form cycle have come on turf against Stakes Company, sprinting, and I just think he was overmatched in both of those races, especially the quick call where he was 65-1 over yielding ground. His most recent dirt start came in the Chick Lang Stakes for 3-year-olds at Pimlico. It was a very sloppy track. He took on one of the better sprinters in the country, the unfortunately now sidelined Mitole. The runner-up in that race came back to upset the Woody Stevens, a graded stakes at Belmont with a 94 Beyer speed figure, and Clouded Judgment tried to rally over a speed-friendly track that day. Now, he did get a very good trip under Rosario Montañez. He basically saved ground every step, shot up the rail turning into the stretch, and he finished a good 3rd. Here's an 85 Beyer speed figure. Again, the key for him is, can he stay close to the moderate fractions? I do like the fact that he's going turf to dirt. That resulted in his most recent win. I do like the fact that he's making his 3rd start of the form cycle. He just needs a little bit of pace. Getting back to Your Dreams Are Mine, you could look at his last 2 races and say, listen, for Navarro, he's supposed to win. He was in for 20. It didn't work out. He was in for 16. It didn't work out. If you want to be a forgiving handicapper, you can make excuses for those races. One was coming off a February layoff over a sloppy track. And of all the things you can say about Your Dreams Are Mine, he doesn't really love a wet track. He's 1 for 8 lifetime on wet, 7 for 32 on fast. Maybe he didn't like that track. And last time out over a wet track at Saratoga, he caught an intensely speed-favoring track. Of all the 10 races run on the main track at Saratoga that day, every horse basically was on the lead or within a length of the lead at the pace call. Your Dreams Are Mine was chasing big guy Ian, who wired the field, and he wouldn't run badly at all. He fits well from this class standpoint, but something tells me that the fans are going to be betting Navarro more than this horse. He can win. I don't want him at anything less than 2-1. Let's take a look at the Timeform US pace projector, because my boy Lenny becomes a curious pace play based on this projector. Your blue bar indicates that Timeform US believes that this race will favor horses on or near the early lead. My Boy Lenny is expected to make the lead. And My Boy Lenny might be dirtied up a little bit as well. His last race came over a synthetic surface at Presque Isle Downs, where he dueled on a fast pace before tiring. A, the pace situation was not to his liking. 180-degree difference scenario if you believe the pace projector. And B, I don't really think he liked the surface. 2 starts back against non-winners of 2 other than optional claimers at Delaware. He was bet down to 7-5. He dueled with a very hot horse in Our Limo Joe, and he paid the price. Our Limo Joe has won something like 4 of his last 5 races and would be favored in this spot. My Boy Lenny has to run back to his race 3 back. If he does, where he's able to get the lead, he earns an 84 buyer, he's probably going to win. If you believe he's come on off form in his last 2 races, well, then I can certainly understand why you might want someone pressing him early. But again, a curious pace play at 8-1. Coupled entry completes this field, trained by Jamie Ness. We'll begin with the number 1 matchup. This is a 6-time winner. This horse ran well last time out. He didn't get a lot of pace in the $16,000 beaten claimer. He rallied to finish second behind his stablemate So Long Chuck, a horse that came back to run second at a 1X at Timonium with a 77 buyer speed figure. I just wonder if this is the horse that Jamie Ness is going to run in this race, because Ness entered him on Thursday in a similar spot in race number 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if he scratches and runs there, and that leaves Ness with the 1A Shane's Jewel. When we take a look at my top pick for this race, I'm going to go with Shane's Jewel. This is a lightly raced 3-year-old, and I still don't think he has reached his full potential. His most recent start came in an allowance race at Laurel. I liked the good tactical speed he showed that day. He broke well, he sat second on the outside, he attacked on the turn, and he was a driving winner with a career best buyer speed figure. He draws outside the main speed again, that being the number 6 My Boy Lenny. I think he's going to sit second again, and I think he'll be attacking on the turn. He is 5-2 on the morning line. That's the second choice behind the Navarro trained entrant. I think he's fair value if he goes off at around that price. So Shane's Jewel is going to be my top pick in Wednesday's DRFBets Race of the Day. We'll try to beat this Navarro horse. I'm going to go 1A, 4, and 3 in race number 6. Again, you can play this race, you can play this card at Delaware Park on Wednesday with a DRFBets account and the 10 times of the sign-up bonus that comes along with it. Head on over to drf.com/bet for all the details. An approximate post time for race number 6 at Delaware on Wednesday, 3:45 Eastern. Best of luck.